welcome back to the Bogey Whisperer podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, recording this on a Sunday, which is kind of strange because usually I'm playing golf on Sunday. But I have not gotten a text back from the person that I texted yesterday about playing golf. I'm not going to call it any names, but we can all assume that it's John. Like, if I was to say who it was, it may or may not be John. He can post on TikTok, but he can't text me back about golf. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not really bothered by it. Like, I'll be fine. I also don't really want to go by myself. Doing 9 alone is fine. But there's something about going to play 18 by yourself, which I've done before. I'm not above it. Just feels a little... It's a lot. Like, it's a lot of alone time. And to not have somebody else to, like, bounce off of or, like, just hang out with in between shots, or, like, when you hit a good shot and you don't have somebody to be like, hey, nice shot. Or vice versa, when you see, so your buddy hits a good shot and you want to be like, oh, nice shot. Like, it's cool to have somebody else to, like, talk about the good shot you had or the bad shot. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll go out for a quick 9 today, but I played golf twice this week. I played on Wednesday and I played on Friday. So on Wednesdays, usually play with my dad, and it's usually a pretty good match. It turns pretty competitive pretty quick. Last year we started playing, and it was very obvious that, like, we both just wanted to beat each other. Like, this wasn't like a friendly round of golf. This was like, no, like, I want to beat you. And I'd say we're pretty even in the scoring. And he does tend to beat me, and he beat me on Wednesday, and I was not happy about it. I shot a 92, and he beat me with an 89. And I'm looking at the scorecard right now, so it's up on the screen. I had 4 pars and just a slew of bogeys and a lot of doubles, and it was a war of I couldn't make putts, and I also just can't hit greens. And it's making golf very difficult when I'm missing greens, and I'm actually chipping the ball really well right now, but I'm not making, like, the 10 footers to save par. So it's a lot of tap-in bogeys, or it's like, 2 putting or 3 putting to a double because I'm just not hitting the greens. Yeah, it was a pretty rough round. There was definitely some moments of, like, I just really want to beat him. And we all know that feeling when we're playing with somebody that I just want to beat him. Like, and it's like, I should be able to beat him every time we play, but he has this old man game, for lack of a better word, that just, like, I just can't overcome it. He does not miss fairways. He doesn't miss fairways at all. He just hits this straight ball, like, right down the middle. Sometimes it's a little fade, sometimes it's a little draw, but he doesn't miss fairways. And he pretty much always hits hybrids. He'll pull out his irons sometimes, but he can, like, feel, he has, like, this 4 hybrid or a 3 hybrid maybe, I don't know what they are, that he can hit, like, 150 to, like, 180 yards. And it's like, he doesn't, like, switch clubs that much. He just kind of, like, feels whatever he needs to feel. And here I am, like, I'm gunning it, I'm like, oh, it's 145, the wind's blowing, I'm going to hit a choke down 8. And then, like, I hit the right number, but I just push it, or I pull it, or sometimes I get a hold of it and it goes too far. And here he is just, like, getting on the green and 2 putting for par, and I'm, like, struggling to make bogey. On Wednesday, there was a hole where I had a chance to win. I was down like 5. I was down like 5 strokes. And he was having a career day. He couldn't miss a putt. Like, he was making every putt. So I'll give him that. And I even said this because he was like, I looked at the scorecard, and he was like 2 over on the back, and we were on, like, hole 15. And I'm like, dude, you're having, like, a career day. You're going to shoot, like, in the low 80s right now. I'm sure we've all had these moments in a round where, like, you're down, and then the door is open. Like, your opponent has opened the door for you, and it's like, it's right there for the taking. And you're like, this is where I'm going to get some strokes back. And then I could see the path to victory. Like, I could see it. I just have to get through this hole, whatever. So he was putting for double bogey. He had like a 12-footer for double bogey. And I had a chip, of course, because I missed the green. Not shocking. I had a chip for birdie. So minimally, I was like, okay, I'm going to get at least like two strokes back here. I'm going to get at least 2 strokes because I should be able to chip on. And even if I 2-putt to a bogey, he's not going to make this 12-footer for double. Like he's going to be taking a triple, so I should get at least 2 strokes back. And so I'm over my chip, and my chips have been great. My chips have been great all day. And also this whole like last month, like my greenside chipping is like the best part of my game right now. So I'm over this chip, and it's on a slant, right? So I'm a little choked down on my 60 degree, and I'm just swinging. It's in a good lie, whatever. Take the club back, move the club forward, and I shank it over to the other side of the green. And I don't remember if it was just off. I think it was just on the fringe. And so now my world is completely fallen apart. Like I'm just like, now whatever chance I had to get some strokes back, like now I have to like have a miracle here to get 2 strokes back. And so I end up taking a double, and he ends up taking a triple. And that was like that was my moment to grab the round by the balls and like will myself to win. Anyways, that was a tough round. And then we had a rematch on Friday, which, as you can see by the scorecard, was not a scoring match by any means. But I did beat him. I shot a 95, and I don't know what he shot, but he probably shot like a 100 or maybe a 99. Did get a birdie. That's a high of the round. A low of the round was the shanks kind of came back. I had a shank on 1. That was not great to feel the first iron shot just completely just hossled off to the right. It's so frustrating because I'm sure all the weekend warriors out there, I think I'm a little bit, whatever a few clicks above a weekend warrior is. Like, obviously I just said I played twice this weekend. Like I might play 3 times in a week because I might play today. It's very frustrating because I don't have the excuse of, well, I don't play enough golf. Like, I play enough golf to hit shots that I need to hit. And I just can't do it. And so I went to the range yesterday, and I was there for a while, and I was just grinding out my swing and just trying to get good feels. And so I recorded my swing, which I haven't done in actually a long time, and I think for good reason, because I recorded myself yesterday, and the things that I think that I'm doing, I am just not doing. Like, I am still so over the top. Like, you could see, like, I get to the top of my swing, and then that club just starts moving way, way forward, whatever the term is, instead of shallowing out. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. At some point, I just have to realize, like, without a golf lesson, like, I'm never going to be, like, a pure ball striker. But what sucks is, like, I've shot in the mid-80s. Like, I've shot an 84 3 times. That's my best round. I've shot an 84 3 times. And if you don't believe me, go on my YouTube page, watch part 1 and part 2 of Breaking 90 in Hawaii. Like, that was the most legit golf. Like, there was, I mean, I know in YouTube, whatever, you can think that cut stuff. Like, I didn't. Like, I shot an 84, and it was amazing. It was, like, the best golf I've ever played. And then I've shot an 84, again, 2 times here, 1 at Empire, and then 1 at Dark Horse. And, yeah, so that's what's frustrating, is it's not like I'm shooting in, like, the high 90s, and I'm like, trying to get better. It's like I'm trying to get back to what I was doing. And that's the hardest part, is because, like, I know I can hit these shots. I know I can hit the ball better because I have in the past, and I just need it all to come together. And maybe I just need, like, a week off. Like, maybe I just need to not play golf for, like, a week and then just go out and just play 9 holes and just see what happens and just feel my way around the course, because I have a lot of swing thoughts going on, and it's really not good. Like, I'm standing over the ball, and it's like, okay, bring the club back, twist, don't pivot. You know, you get up here, bend your whatever, hinge your wrist. All this crap is going on in my head, and I just need to figure out how to not do that. We're going to move on from that. I put a poll out. Ever had a case of the shanks? 78% of people said yes. 22% of people said no. I do appreciate the honesty. If people have never had the shanks, that's kind of shocking to me. Let me define what the shanks are. The shanks are not like, oh, I shanked a ball. last round. Like, that sucks. I'm talking like when I would go and play, I would have 4 to like 8 a round where I just shank the ball. That is the shanks. You're standing over the ball multiple times in a round and you shank the ball 4 to 6 times. That's my metric. So the main topic of today, which I've taken, 10 to 15 minutes to get to, is there some form of, I'll put in air quotes, cheating that's okay to do in golf? And by cheating in air quotes, I mean, if you hit it in the fairway and you're in a divot and you're just out there playing with your boys, you're not playing for money, moving it out of the divot, or you're playing at your local muni, or you're playing wherever and you miss the green and you walk up and it's like your ball's in like a dead patch of grass where there's like a root coming out or there's something, and it's like, dude, just move the ball like an inch. Okay. I think that's okay. And I think if you're playing with someone that's like an absolute stickler about that kind of stuff, that can ruin a round. Like, I paid too much money to come out here and like hit off of this root or hit off of the one patch of dead grass on this whole freaking place, or hit out of a divot. Like, I'm just not going to do that. Like, and if you play like that because it's like, oh, well, that's like the purity of the game. Like, I just don't buy into that. I just don't believe that. I think it's different if you're playing for money. But even if you're playing for money, like if I was playing somebody for money and it's like, dude, don't hit out of the divot. Like, just don't, like, just move it. Or like, you got a terrible lie because like the grass is dead and all that stuff. I know I keep coming back to that, but that happens a lot. That happens a ton to me. And it's like, I just don't, it's like, what is this going to do for my game? Like, I'm going to blade the chip and that's going to piss me off even more. Like, no, man, like I want to hit a real golf shot. Like, I'm going to move it out of the divot. I'm going to give it a better lie. I'm not saying like I'm fluffing up every lie I get. Like, if I miss the fairway and it's in the rough, like, okay, like I'm going to hit the ball because I missed the fairway. But if I miss the fairway, in like crabgrass or in like a bunch of clovers or something like that, like this happened 2 days ago. I missed the green. It was in some clovers and I hit it out of it, but I shanked it because like it felt like there was grass under there. And then when I went to hit it, it was literally just like rock hard freaking dirt with just some clovers, and I just completely bladed it into oblivion. The ball just disappeared across the green into a bush. So is that cheating by the letter of the law? Sure. But if you're just out playing with your buddies, like, who cares? Are you that good? Like, do you care that much about like the pure score that you're going to put on your scorecard, where like moving it 1 inch forward or backward to give you a better lie, to give you a better chance to hit a better golf shot when we're like 17 to 25 handicaps? Like, what's that going to do? Like, what's that doing to the ultimate round? Like, it's just, yeah, whatever. Like, when we got paired up with these guys on Friday, and they were hacks. And by that, I mean, they were taking like 10s on holes, which is fine. And they were picking up their balls like when they didn't want to hold us up, which I respect. I can appreciate. But there was a couple of them where it's like, when you're that high of a handicap, there's, maybe 5 or 6 holes out of a whole round of golf where you're having like a real golf hole where they hit the fairway, or they actually hit a drive that's playable, and maybe they're in the rough. Like, okay, dude, like move it off the root of the tree, or move it, but like if you're behind the bush or like whatever, just like move it 1 to 2 inches. Like, just scoot it. It's fine, man. Like, you're gonna shoot a 115 today. Like, you don't have to play like to the T PGA rules. Like, it's okay, because again, ultimately, you're paying to be there. And whatever experience you're going to have out there that's going to make your day better, like, maybe you should just try and do that. Now, obviously, if you're in the rough, like, don't kick it in the fairway. Like, I don't believe in that. But, like, when me and John are playing, if we each of us have a bad lie, it's like, dude, don't hit off the dead dirt. Like, it's fine. All right, let's wrap this up with something not golf related. We really wanted a sandwich yesterday. And looking at the menus at sandwich places, there seems to be this new phenomenon where like this like crispy chicken, there's like crispy crunchy chicken sandwich. Like, we went to Sourdough and Company and there was one of these sandwiches. I didn't get it. I got a different sandwich. But it's like crispy crunchy chicken. And then we went to, I don't know, like a month ago, we went to another sandwich place and it was like crispy chicken thing. And it's basically like shredded chicken, like almost deep fried, but it's like not. And it just is like flaky chicken. And I don't get it. It doesn't taste good. And also, trying to get a sandwich with like just grilled chicken, they like don't make that. It's always like a buffalo ranch or like a chicken salad sandwich where it's just got like a bunch of crap in it. And I mean, they taste good. I got one yesterday. I mean, it was good. It was like a Cholula spicy chicken sandwich. Like, it was good. Like, don't get me wrong. But I kind of had to settle because I really just wanted like a grilled chicken sandwich. Just like straight, just grilled chicken sandwich with like tomatoes, cheese, lettuce, like maybe some aioli of some sort, and just call it a day. But like, you can't even get that. Like Beach Hut Deli, good luck. Doesn't have it. Sourdough Company, where we went, doesn't have a grilled chicken sandwich. We had to order a caprese sandwich and ask for grilled chicken on it because they don't even, it's like it doesn't exist. Like, nobody wants just a grilled chicken sandwich. There's a deli right down the street. We looked at their menu. Nothing. They don't have, it just doesn't exist. Which, why can't I get a grilled chicken sandwich? Like, I don't understand it. So I'm done talking about sandwiches and I'm done talking about golf. Thank you all for listening. If you haven't, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're listening to this and you don't follow me there, A, tell me how you even found this podcast. I don't know how you did it. And B, go over there and follow me. We'll see you guys next time. And remember, golf is hard.